On Saturday, April 14th, the Essequibo communities of Dartmouth and Suddy each received brand new early childhood development centers in a formal handover ceremony. These centers, which are projects implemented by the Basic Needs Trust Fund in its 8th program cycle, will provide educational services to 90 children under the age of 5 and create employment for at least 17 young people in the area. The projects were a collaborative effort with the Office of the Presidential Advisor on Youth Empowerment, the Board of Industrial Training, and the Early Childhood Development Unit in the Ministry of Social Protection. The commissioning ceremony brought together officials, project stakeholders, and residents from the two communities. Among the speakers were Finance Minister Winston Jordan, Mr. Aubrey Norton, Presidential Advisor on Youth Empowerment, Mr. Bernard Lord, Chair of the Basic Needs Trust Fund Oversight Entity, Mr. Dikadema Yuto, the Project Manager for Basic Needs Trust Fund, and Mr. Rupert Hopkinson, the Regional Executive Officer in Region 2. Here are some highlights from the remarks.
This program was conceived after the President had given me an assignment in which I was expected to create employment for young people. It was passed to the Minister of Finance, who very early said he think it was a good program and initiated it. We have chosen from all the communities about 9 to 10 young people who we have trained from the community who will manage the project. The project is aimed, 1, at creating employment. 2, it's aimed at creating an environment for children to start their school life earlier, but in the right environment. And the other element of the program, which people don't know, is that in doing it, we went into the communities and created youth organization so that in collaboration with the region, there will be a youth organization that monitors it and help with it.
And one of those interventions in that program was the development of skills for young vulnerable persons. We have identified those vulnerable persons. We have trained persons from 5 areas in management of daycare facilities. Today we're here to cut the ribbon, to open those centers, to provide that opportunity for those 100 plus persons that were trained. We are here in Essequibo today to open 2 such centers. We have another 3 located across the country. And for that, I am very, very, very pleased to have partnered with Mr. Norton and team from the Youth Empowerment Unit and the Ministry of Social Protection, who would have assisted us with the manuals and the methodology for those training.
Early childhood centers, the early years of any child, as mothers and hopefully fathers will know, are very critical years. If the mind is not fed properly and the right nutrients and so on, not given to a child in the early years, in all studies will show that in almost all cases, they will suffer down the road. And so this government that you elected in 2015, this government that cares about humans, this government that cares for Guyanese, this government that talks about the good life and has been putting more and more resources as we garner them into social and human development, decided that a focus has to be on our youth, our young people, and hopefully projects like these will be able to give youths, those in their tender ages and so, the start that is needed to develop Guyana.
If we take care of our children, if we teach them correctly, they are going to better be able to contribute to the development of the country. And the country, in exchange for that, will be able to provide a better standard of living, a better quality of life for its citizens.
We try to go as green as possible in keeping with the new mandate of the government. We have 4 classrooms, infants, toddlers, preschool, and school ages.
The construction of the buildings started on July 6, 2016 and ended on December 7, 2017. The 3,000 square foot facilities will each accommodate 45 infants to school agers, 8 caretakers or educators, and 1 administrator. Along with the construction of the buildings, 18 young women were trained in an early childhood education training and successfully graduated from the program. They will be employed as caretakers and educators at these centers.